name's Dean, and I've been a wildlife biologist in the Olympic National Forest in Washington for about 8 years now. This place is something else. Dense, misty, with cedars and firs towering so high they block out the sky. It's wild, raw, and humbling. A forest that feels like it's got secrets older than time itself. I love it out here, even with the constant damp and the way the fog clings to you like a second skin. But there's one day, about a year ago, that changed how I see these woods. It's the kind of thing that sticks with you, no matter how much you try to shake it. I grew up in rural Oregon, always poking around in the woods behind our house. My mom used to say I'd rather sleep under a tree than in my own bed. I'd spend hours tracking deer or sketching plants, learning how the forest worked, how to read animal signs, how to tell when the weather was about to turn. After college, I studied ecology and landed a job with the Forest Service. The Olympic was my dream. Over 1 million acres of rugged terrain, home to elk, cougars, and endless green. My job is to monitor wildlife, check for invasive species, and ensure the ecosystem's stable. Most days, it's just me, my pack, and the forest. My cabin's a small, weathered thing near a ranger outpost. At night, I sit out front with coffee, listening to owls and distant waves. It's peaceful, but lonely. The nearest town's a long drive, and cell service doesn't exist. You get used to your own company. The weather's the toughest part. Constant rain, a bone-chilling drizzle that seeps through even the best gear. You're always wet, and the cold never leaves your hands or feet. The forest floor's a maze of roots and mud, where one wrong step can twist an ankle. I've dealt with storms, mudslides, even a curious black bear. Nothing's scared me off. Not until last September, when I was on a routine survey, 10 miles west of the outpost. The terrain there is brutal. Steep ridges, thick ferns, and streams turning the ground into a sponge. I've been out since sunrise, tracking elk and collecting water samples. It was late afternoon, and I was beat. My pack was heavy, my boots soaked. I just wanted to finish and get back before dark. I sat on a mossy boulder by a river, digging out an apple. The forest was quiet, water gurgling, a faint breeze in the treetops. Then, a noise hit me. It was a low hum, like the ground vibrating. I stopped, apple in hand, and listened. It wasn't an animal I knew. It was rhythmic, like heavy, deliberate footsteps coming from across the river, maybe 60 yards off, hidden by cedars and underbrush. I figured it was an elk at first. Big animals make noise, but this was different. It was dragging, scraping through the brush, slow and steady, creaking whole branches, like something massive was pushing them aside. I grabbed my bear spray, just in case. I've dealt with bears plenty, usually black bears, predictable if you know what you're doing. You make noise, they back off. So I stood and yelled, "Hey bear, move on!" My voice echoed, but the sound didn't stop. It got closer, heavier, like it was zeroing in. The rhythm wasn't right for a bear. Too even, too purposeful, like stalking. My heart pounded, and I scanned the trees, but the undergrowth was too thick to see anything. The noise was maybe 40 yards away now, and then a smell hit me. It was foul, damp rot mixed with something chemical, sharp enough to burn my nose. It wasn't animal, not bear or cougar. It was wrong. like something that didn't belong. I gagged, and the fear really kicked in. Whatever was making that noise wasn't just big. It was something else. I shouted again, louder. "Get out of here!" Nothing. No growl, no snort, just that relentless scrape and hum. Now, maybe 30 yards away. I could feel the ground trembling slightly, like it had real weight. My hands shook so bad, I could barely hold the bear spray. I've faced wildlife before, but this felt intentional, like it knew I was there and didn't care. I grabbed my pack and backed away, eyes on the trees across the river. The sound shifted, moving parallel to me, following the riverbank. I couldn't take it. I turned and ran, stumbling over roots, slipping in mud. I didn't stop until I was a mile away, gasping, lungs burning. When I slowed, the noise was gone. Just the river and wind, like nothing happened. I made it back to the outpost after dark, soaked and shaken, replaying it in my head, trying to make sense of it. It wasn't a bear or elk, too big, too steady, and that smell wasn't natural. I thought about telling Sarah, another biologist who's been here longer. She's seen it all: wolf attacks, lost hikers. The next day, over coffee at the outpost, I spilled it. "Something was out there, Sarah. Not an animal. Something big." She listened, stirring her coffee. But her face changed, half skeptical, half worried. She asked if I'd been dehydrated, said the forest can mess with your head. I pushed back, said I knew what I heard, but she gave me a look like I was losing it. I dropped it after that. No point making people think I'm crazy. I haven't gone back to that stretch since. I stick to eastern trails now, closer to the outpost. The job's the same, wildlife checks, samples, but I'm different. I listen harder, waiting for that hum, that scrape. I haven't heard it again, and I hope I never do. But whatever it was, it's still out there, hidden in the fog and trees. I'm not sure I'm ready to find out what.